These 8 great white shark encounters will give you anxiety. Number 8. This intense video starts with a diver coming face to face with a 4.5 meter great white shark. These guys are spearfishing off the coast of Perth, Australia, when one of them gets a little carried away and ends up straying 300 meters from the boat. At the start of the video, the shark is seen calmly passing by the man, before slightly turning its head to size up the diver's defense. Thinking that the spear gun that the man is holding is nothing it can't handle, the shark proceeds to attack. Luckily, its sharp teeth end up lodged in the barrel of the spear gun, missing him by inches. Before he can come up for air, the shark decides to strike, and yet again it fails terribly. Understandably, the man can be heard breathing heavily from panic. However, this vicious predator is not done trying. It turns into a 4-minute standoff of the shark circling him, patiently waiting for him to let his guard down for just a second. The man continues to keep his eye out for the shark until he's able to get back to the safety of the boat. Number 7. While snorkeling at Bully Beach south of Sydney, Australia, a group of teenagers came across every swimmer's worst nightmare. As expected, on seeing the great white shark, they immediately get scared stiff, and one of them can be heard screaming her lungs off in terror. Luckily, they have a spear gun on hand, which makes the shark keep its distance. Fortunately, their dad is also nearby, and like any good father would do, he immediately springs into action and keeps the shark at bay while his kids desperately swim for the shore. Number 6. This terrifying video starts with a diver adjusting his friend's camera to capture this spooky moment. This group of fishermen is spearfishing in the ocean when they get an unexpected guest. The diver can be seen drifting through the murky waters and appears to be waiting for something interesting. Suddenly, a great white shark sneaks up from behind him, sending him straight into panic mode. While still screaming underwater and before the fisherman can recollect himself, the shark takes a sharp turn and comes straight for him. His only saving grace is the spear gun he has in his hand, which he uses to ward off the shark. He takes a moment to resurface and warn the others of the presence of the great white, but immediately he gets back into the water and the shark is right there waiting for him. Once all the fishermen are safely back on the boat, they're able to let out a sigh of relief and even laugh about the whole incident. Number 5. On what seems like a good day to spend in the open ocean, this family is doing exactly that, enjoying the cool waters and breeze in their kayaks and paddleboard. But then things quickly take an unexpected turn. On a drone, a great white shark is spotted that's heading straight for them. It comes dangerously close to one of the kayaks and tails closely behind it. Up to this point, none of the family members is aware that there's a shark lingering in the water. The drone pilot decides to help them by lowering his drone close to the water. The family's attention is now drawn to the shark's position, and they decide to act fast. They opt to huddle their kayaks and paddleboard together to make themselves look bigger in the eyes of the shark. Surprisingly, their tactic works, and the shark is seen thinking twice about approaching them. The family remains calm throughout this encounter and the shark decides to let them be. Number 4. In this spine-chilling video, a huge great white shark is seen passing over a diver's head, completely catching him by surprise. The creature immediately disappears into the distance. The water appears to be cloudy, which is not a good thing for the diver because sharks are known for always coming back for a second look. And sure enough, it does. It continues to return to the diver a few more times, but each time it is met with the sharp tip of the spear gun, forcing it to go away. Number 3. This video is off to a rather pleasant start as a Discovery Channel crew is seen filming a cute sea lion. However, the situation quickly changes as the sea lion unexpectedly disappears from their view. They decide to switch their focus to the fish and stingray passing by. But suddenly, a shark appears out of nowhere, passing inches from the cameraman. Moments later, another one joins it and the crew is now worried of their safety. The sharks continue to linger around and the team on the boat decides to drop them an emergency shark cage. Once it disappears from view, the crew decides to make a swim for the cage, and the last crew member arrives just in time to slam the cage door right in the shark's face. Number 2. While filming his paddleboarding escapades, the waves got a little too strong and this man slipped off his board. He decides to use this opportunity to enjoy a good swim. Immediately, he goes in for a deep dive and he drops into the view of a great white shark, something he clearly wasn't expecting. He wastes no time and begins to swim for his paddleboard, but the shark comes right behind him. Somehow, he wards off the ferocious predator and he's able to get back on his paddleboard. Number 1. This Discovery Channel crew is filming another one of their Shark Week episodes when things get intense. This is their 34th year filming this kind of video, but what they see is nothing like they've ever seen before. We notice a diver in a see-through polycarbonate cage, and an enormous great white shark circling his cage from underneath. At first, he feels a few bumps on his cage and thinks that it's the large school of fish that is gathering below it. The last bump, however, sets his spider sense off, and he realizes that it's a shark. Seconds later, the shark comes crashing into his cage with its mouth wide open. The diver holds onto the cage for dear life. While the shark struggles with the rope caught between its teeth, the diver makes the risky decision of swimming towards the boat. Thankfully, he makes it home without a scratch. Which of these encounters was the scariest?